of minutes. So Mr. Bushuru, please share your screen and take over. We are going to share these recordings, especially from where Mr. Bushuru is going to start. He is going to start right now. So please, and participants, please take notes and critique Mr. Bushuru's work. That is why we invited you. Okay, Mr. Bushuru, please, over to you.
Thank you.
All right. I would like to hear your pitch before I go.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am deeply honored to be interviewing for a data science role with your company. My name is Levi Mark Bushuru. I am a data scientist with several years of experience. Currently, I work as a statistical officer with Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. I am a data science instructor at the Cooperative University of Kenya, and also do work as a data science consultant at Blue Nile Analytica. Blue Nile Analytica is a startup company started by Mr. Pius Odhiambo, a senior data scientist from Washington, D.C., USA, with an objective of creating an awareness for data science profession in Kenya. Blue Nile Analytica recruits fresh graduates from the university and mentor them to join careers in data science. We currently have around 10 participants recruited from local universities in Kenya. The program is free and it takes 6 months. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in Mathematics, Statistics option from Rongo University in Southern Nyanza. I am also enrolled in Data Science Bootcamp in the United States to keep me updated on emerging technologies in data science in the market. I have done several data science projects in many domains, up to and including health, financial, banking, insurance, education, among others. Recently, I worked with a team at Blue Nile Analytica and built a machine learning model for Amtrak. Amtrak is a rail transportation company in the United States. I also built a credit risk machine learning model for the Navy Federal Credit Union. The model identifies and predicts loan defaulters. I am excited about the role, and I wish to know how I can be of any help to your business in the insurance industry.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Levi Bushuru, for that a wonderful introduction. Now, Mr. Levi, can you please take us through the tasks, and feel free to share your screen. You have around between 7 to 10 minutes to do this.
Thank you. Now I have started sharing my screen. That is my screen. I hope everyone can see it. This is my PowerPoint slides. This is the PowerPoint slide of ICA Lion loan status
You are not
classification.
sharing. We can't see your screen. Please, can you share?
You can't see it.
We can't see it. I can't see it from my end. I don't know whether somebody else is seeing it.
I have shared. Can you see it?
Yes. Yes, now I can see it. Please go ahead.
Okay. So now this is now my PowerPoint slide where it has all my presentation of ICA Lion loan status classification. It has got 2 data sets. The first data set is credit risk dataset training.csv, and the second is credit risk dataset underscore testing.csv. As I've told you earlier, my name is Levi Mark Bushuru. I'm a data scientist with top 3 skills, namely Python, SQL, advanced Excel functions. Other skills that I possess is Power BI, W, R, and C++. Among the business questions from this credit risk dataset training.csv is to predict whether a new customer can be a reliable customer, to share ideas on how to increase percentage of successful loan applicants, to predict the outcome of the loan Is a customer likely to satisfy or default on the loan obligation? To evaluate metric used for calibrating the model, to mention the palette tools which you would recommend to be used for analysis of our data, and write for each of them how you will be using each tool. The other is what metrics will you track on regular basis, and how do you use the information to adjust your approach? How will you go about identifying the unique needs for the new product from our customer? You have all departments at your disposal, and you need those data telling management what our customer needs are, so that we can start delivering. What will you do? Then analysis. You have been given a case study, the good old joke: 20% of all traffic accidents are caused by the people who have drunk alcohol. This means that 80% of all traffic accidents are caused by the drivers who are sober. Conclusion: drive drunk. Now, from the data analytics perspective, explain the step by step with argument presented in good order, whether this above conclusion is right or wrong, and how you do the analysis to reach to the conclusion. Then the task is to perform exploratory data analysis. Use a supervised machine learning model. In my case, was logistic regression, to predict the loan status of a customer being a defaulter or a non-defaulter. Show the performance of prediction using performance metrics. Then that was my data shape. I showed how the shape of my data frame, which had 22,850 rows and 12 columns. Then I came up with an heat map for correlation analysis, which is shown there. Another thing is, now I built a model. This model was supervised learning, logistic regression. I splitted it into 80-20. This means 80% was for training and 20% was for testing. Then I check the performance. The first one was the performance on the, check the model performance on the training set. Now, I came up with that confusion matrix where it had true positive, false positive, then true negative, false negative, distributed in the percentage of 70.35, 12.44, 3.68, and 9.54. Then I went to checking performance on the test, where I came up with a confusion matrix with the percentage distributed in the following manner: 73.94, 3.81, 9.43, and 12.82. Then I come with ROC AUC score for training dataset, where I got the area under the curve was 0.88. And this means the more the area under the curve, the higher the accuracy. Then I came with the same ROC AUC score for testing dataset, where I got the area under the curve to be 0.86. And as I've told you earlier, the higher or the larger the area under the curve, it means the higher the accuracy level. After that, I did some model performance improvement, and I check my training set, where I got, after I did the model performance, I got the following percentages: 65.96, 12.07, 5.08, and for true negative is 16.89. After that, I did performance on my test set, where I get for my true positive 65.51, for my false positive it was 12.23, for my true negative it was 16.72, then eventually for my false negative it was 5.54. So that means it is a very good model, because the one it predicted the one who didn't default to be 65.51. Then I did my performance based on precision recall. And after I did my performance based on precision recall, I found where the precision and recall meet was about 0.38. And since the default precision recall performance is normally 0.54, so it is not that badly off. After that, I did performance based on precision call, recall curve, and I came up with this confusion matrix. The performance were distributed as follows: 71.66, 6.37, 14.67, and 7.30. I did also on my test set, I got 70.74, 7, 14.73, and 7.53. And you need to put so much weight on your true positive and true negative. So I got in my true positive was 70.74. That means it predicted correctly the number of people who are non-defaulters. And in my true negative, I got 14.73. That means it predicted correctly the number who are defaulters. I moved forward now to perform evaluation metrics of the model for training performance. I got the accuracy of 0.86, then recall of 0.56, precision of 0.77, then F1 was 0.65. This means the accuracy was 86%, which means the model is fairly good. Then on my test set, I got accuracy was still 86%, then recall 57%, precision 77%, then F1 was 65%. After that, I did evaluation metrics after I improved the performance on my training data set. I got accuracy is 82, recall 76%, precision 58%, and then F1 is 66%. After which I did my metrics on my test data set. I got accuracy is 82, 75, 57, and 65%. Now I did the summary of my evaluation metric for my training dataset. After I did the summary, this is what I got: logistic regression of SK line. SK line is 86%, 56%, 77, then 65. Then when I got, I found the logistic regression at with the threshold being 0.25. I got 82% accuracy, recall was 76, precision was 58, then F1 was 66. When I did with the with 0.38 threshold, I got 0.86 accuracy, then 66% recall, precision was 69, then F1 was 68. You can realize in this case, in all these cases, the F1 percentage has increased. When you do an improvement, F1 percentage normally increases, thereby making the model to be so much accurate. The other thing, I did the summary metrics of my testing dataset. I got on logistic regression SK-learn, I got it was 86%, 57, 77, then 65 in that descending order. When the logistic regression was 0.25 threshold, I got it was 82%, 75, 57, then 65. When it was 0.38 threshold, I got it was 85%, that is accuracy, 66%, that is recall, and precision was 67%. Eventually, F1 was 66%. Then the last part, was summary and conclusion. According to, I did this summary and conclusion according to the question, the business question. The first thing I say that our model clearly shows that the new customer coming to be our clients will be highly reliable as per our prediction with the accuracy of 86%. This is now the general accuracy, precision of 77, recall of 57, and F1 score of 65%. Now, if the company has to increase percentage of successful loan applicant, what should the company do? The first thing, it has to reduce loan processing time, to reduce interest charge on their loans, and lastly, development of a loan application app. By doing development of a loan application app, this will make many people to access loan just online. You don't need so much protocols and procedure to visit the bank. The third is we answer the business question if the customer is likely to satisfy on loan obligation. I say the customer is likely to satisfy on the loan obligation since from the training model, we got 13,591 customers, which account for 74.35 satisfy the loan obligation. This is very high percentage. And I show you under the true positive, that is the number out of 22,000. Then satisfy the obligation, while 2274, which is about 12.44 defaulted. What does it mean? When you had 74.35 plus 12.44, that one we get around 86.79. So in all that data set, we got correctly 86.79. That means we just missed around 13%. What does it mean? This is a good model. Then I answered the fourth question where I said I used logistic regression, which is a supervised machine learning. It has a prediction accuracy score of 86, precision score of 77, F1 score of 65, and recall score of 57. That's high performance of prediction. Then the tools, I answered now on the tools. The following are the palette tools I will recommend for analysis of your data. The first one is advanced Excel function. Example, pivot table, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, etc. The second one is a language to communicate with a database. I might assume maybe a company has got its data saved in a database. So I might need a database language such as SQL, MySQL, NoSQL, and so on. The third is programming language such as Python or R for analysis and machine learning. The fourth one is visualization tool such as Power BI, Tableau, etc. Then I will recommend for them to have a cloud infrastructure such as Azure, Amazon Web Services, Google, etc. Then on the sixth business question, they asked how I will track my performance metric. So I said I will track my performance metric of my model on regular basis to ascertain if it gives the most accurate and precise prediction. So the only reason why I will track my performance metric of my model on regular basis is to ascertain if it gives the most accurate and precise prediction. Then the seventh question is the way which I will use to identify unique needs by my customer. So how will I identify unique needs? I say that I will carry out a pilot survey where both quantitative and qualitative data will be collected, analyzed, and data-proven insights will be offered to the management for appropriate measures. Thank you very much for listening to me. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Levi. Now, after presenting, you tell them it's now time for questions. Can I take questions from the audience? So you don't just say thank you for listening. It's time for questions. And your last slide should have questions written in bold and then big question mark. Big question mark that is now time for questions. You give a chance to people to react to your presentation. Now I can see you have taken a lot of time. I'm going to take only questions from 3 or 4 people. Then the remaining 6 or 7, before they sleep, let them respond. Let them send them through video, and they post them on the charts before they go to bed, because we need that information to make changes before this thing is sent tomorrow. So those are the sacrifices that you have to make. Now, the first person I want to react to this presentation is Moses Olonde. The second person is Beatrice Otieno. The third person is Harun Oduor. And the fourth person is Vivian Akumu, if she is there. Then the fifth person is Dan Ouma. Each person has got 2 minutes. That's a total of 10 minutes. The rest, you respond through video recording. Guys, let us go. Moses Olonde, where are you? Please take it away.
Thank you.
And the big question is, did you understand what Mr. Bushuru talked about when he was talking about those false positives? And this is a company that's giving loans or insurance, and it is to predict those who are going to default. That's the layman language. Now, when I was talking about false positive, false negative, all those big terminologies, did you understand? Did you understand in a layman language to the kind of business we are doing, the company is doing, which is giving loans or giving insurance? And they wanted to know those who are likely to default when they are paying the premiums. So that is the big question I want you to react to. Moses Olonde, take it away. 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Levi, for your presentation. As I said, my name is Moses Olonde. In your slide number 15 of your presentation, you mentioned about a percentage of non-defaulters, which is about 75. I would want to know how this information about the percentage of non-defaulters would be significant to our business. And my second question is about an information on data. What information, from data or aspect of data informs your conclusion with regard to question number 2? There is a conclusion that you've given about question number 2. I would wish to know what aspect of data, informs your conclusion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Moses. In my slide number...
Hold on, Mr. Levy. We are going to be organized. So what we do, you take the notes of the questions, and then when all of them has been asked, you respond them in that order. Okay, can we take the next person? Beatrice Otieno, please. Beatrice Otieno, are you there? Beatrice Otieno, are you there? Beatrice Otieno is not there. So, Mr. Dalo, please take note of that. The next person is Harun Oduor. Please take it away. Harun Oduor, are you there? The HR, is Harun Oduor in the meeting?
It's not in.
What about Beatrice Otieno?
I can see Beatrice Otieno is on. Is in the meeting.
Okay, Okay, can you please respond and ask any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Levy, for your great presentation and for the opening marks on what you've done with as a data scientist. So for me, satisfied the presentation, and I think I'll hear from my colleagues on what they're going to say to if they have any question. But from my end, I'm a great satisfied with what you presented. Yeah, from now, thank you.
So Beatrice, just before you go, do you mean you understood everything? And if you are given a chance here to make a presentation, you will be able to say exactly what Bushuru did and explain to the audience what they mean? Beatrice, I want you to respond to me.
I understood the flow on how he did the presentation, not exactly like everything in the presentation, but the flow on how he did the presentation. And therefore, when given opportunity, I think I can I can do a good job also. Thank you.
Now, in a layman's language, we are talking about insurance, people paying premiums, and they are concerned about people who are defaulting, and they want to predict the number of defaulters and those who will pay on time. What are your takeaway? What are your takeaway from that presentation? What did you take home? What did you internalize as a hiring manager? The HR, please can you take note that Beatrice Otieno is unable to answer my questions. And if he is able to answer my question, please do a video recording and post it on the WhatsApp group before you sleep. Thank you very much, Beatrice. And HR, take note of that and share the notes with me. I'll be looking forward to do your video. Okay, the next person, Harun Odwar was not there from the beginning. HR, please. Hello?
Harun Odwar did not attend today. Yes, not
Okay,
attended.
thank you. So can you give me one, Dan Otieno, please? Do you have any questions and what are your takeaway from the presentation? Did you understand everything? Are you comfortable? And can you interpret for us what you talked about in a layman's language? This is an insurance company where people pay premiums and they are concerned about the number of defaulters. So they want an expert to be predicting for them how the future looks like, how many people are going to likely default and how many are likely not to default. So that is the business issue here. And Mr. Levy has offered a solution. Can you tell us from that presentation what you took away, what you understood, and do you have any question to be clarified?
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Daniel Otieno. Thank you so much, Mr. Levy, for the presentation. I didn't understand everything, but there are some areas that I think I got a point. My question is, there's a term you mentioned, there was a term you mentioned, I think something called F1. I didn't really, I didn't understand what F1 was. And for the other question is about, you said that it, according to your model, 74.35% satisfied the obligation and around 12% for defaulters. And you said that you missed around 13% because when you add 74 to 12, around 86, giving, and when you subtract from 100%, it remains around 13%. What do you think is the net effect of the missed 13% to the company? What might be the effect of the missed 13%? How can it be adjusted? Thank you.
Okay, the next person is Vivian Akumu. Are you there? Vivian, are you there? Hello, Vivian. HR, is Vivian there?
Vivian did not attend today.
Okay, who is next?
I think you said 3 people.
No. We need more. Vivian, who is next?
Did I go next?
Yes.
Well, this is Juma Nicholas. Thank you, Mr. Levi, for the presentation. I just have a few comments to make. The first one is on the volume of content in the slide, especially on slide 3 and 22. There is too much that I thought we should break. Now, the second aspect is on the question part, where you have the from the first question to the fifth question. In my view, I see them written in objective format, not in question format. So at the end of it, there is a question mark, but when you read it, it is in objective format. So I just think something needs to be done from question 1 to question 5. Now, there was also the aspect of heat map. It needs a little bit of clarity for a layman to understand it. I didn't quite understand it. And then the other aspect is on the use of technical terms. For an example, there is where you used ROC and AUC. I just thought that it could be important just to outline what ROC means, so that even as the audience or as the employer is able to understand where you're coming from, because when you just use these big terms without maybe stating their meaning, then it might bypass someone. The last aspect is on the use of language. I realized that in the presentation there was the use of reported speech, but you realize that when you are presenting, it is more or less like you are telling the person what you did instead of reporting the actual action that of what happened. For an example, when you are saying that I answered the fourth question, I thought it would be wise to say that in response to the first question, this is now in response to the first question, then you go straight away to responding to that question, then saying I answered the fourth question by doing this and this. Thank you very much. Mr. Paz, are you there?
I think Mr. Paz is not there.
Levi, hope you got me.
Yes, I got you.
Yes.
You have said that I have to use a reported speech. Then the arrangement on how I've put my question, it is in objective form, not question form, isn't it? Then if I can answer very fast before that it is too late. When I go to my slide, slide 15, now I'm answering Moses Olonde's question of what significance are this percentage to the institution. As I've told you, when you see that heat map, it has been, when I say true positive, according to a layman language, it means I'm giving out a positive response, a good response. So when I said true positive was
Mr. Levy, hello?
Yes.
Mr. Levy?
Yes.
It is exactly 2 minutes past midnight. People are going to work tomorrow. Can you please respond to all the questions using a video, a recorded video, and post by tomorrow 10 a.m. so that people can go? Yes. Thank you very much. This meeting is ending now because another one is starting immediately. Good job, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.